Omagh is the county town of County Tyrone, Northern Ireland. It is situated where the rivers Drumra and Camoin meet to form the Straul. Northern Ireland's capital city Belfast is 68 miles to the east of Omagh, and Derry is 34 miles to the north. The closest public air links to the town are situated at these cities. Enniskillen Airport, a small airstrip, lies 24 miles (38.5 kilometers) to the southwest of Omagh. The town has a population of 21,297, and the district, which is the largest in County Tyrone, had a population of 51,356 at the 2011 census. Omagh contains the headquarters of Omagh District Council and the Western Education and Library Board, and also houses offices for the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development at Sperrin House. The Department for Regional Development in the Northern Ireland Roads Service are the Tyrone County Hall and the Northern Ireland Land and Property Services at Boaz House. The town is twinned with Haye-les-Roses, a town in the suburbs of Paris, France. History. The name Omagh is an anglicization of the Irish name Anaphmai, meaning the Virgin Plain. A monastery was apparently established on the site of the town about 792 CE, and a Franciscan friary was founded in 1464. Omagh was founded as a town in 1610. It served as a refuge for fugitives from the east of County Tyrone during the 1641 rebellion. In 1689, the same year as the Battle of the Boyne, James II arrived at Omagh, en route to Derry. Supporters of William III, Prince of Orange, later burned the town. In 1768 Omagh replaced Dungannon as the county town of County Tyrone. Omagh acquired railway links to Derry with the Londonderry and Enniskillen Railway in 1852, Enniskillen in 1853 and Belfast in 1861. St. Louis barracks were completed in 1881. In 1899 Tyrone County Hospital was opened. Today the hospital is the subject of a major campaign to save its services. The government of Northern Ireland made the Great Northern Railway Board close the Omagh-Enniskillen railway line in 1957, in accordance with the Benson report submitted to the Northern Ireland government in 1963. The Ulster Transport Authority closed the Portadown, Omagh, Derry main line in 1965, leaving Tyrone with no rail service. St. Louis barracks closed on 1 August 2007. The Troubles Omagh came into the international focus of the media on 15 August 1998, when the Real Irish Republican Army exploded a car bomb in the town centre. 29 people were killed in the blast, 14 women, 9 children and 6 men. Hundreds more were injured as a result of the blast. In April 2011, a car bomb killed Police Constable Ronan Kerr. A group of former Provisional IRA members calling itself the Irish Republican Army made its first public statement later that month claiming responsibility for the killing. Geography. Wards. These wards are only those that cover the town. Camoin, Coolnagard, Digmoney, Drumra, Gortrush, Killycloffer, Leesanelli, Straul, Townland. The town sprang up within the townland of Omagh, in the parish of Drumra. Over time, the urban area has spread into the surrounding townlands. They include Campsie, Conniewarren, Coolnagard Lower, Coolnagard Upper, Crevenagh, Culmore, Digmoney Lower, Digmoney Upper, Gortine, Gortmoor, Killybrack, Killycloffer, Lammy, Leesanelli, Lesnau-Mallard, Lesan, Mullimore, Sydenham, Strathroy. Weather. An air temperature of -19.4 degrees Celsius was recorded once, and it remains the coldest air temperature ever recorded in Ireland. Omagh has a history of flooding and suffered major floods in 1909, 1929, 1954, 1969, 1987, 1999 and, most recently, the 12th of June 2007. As a result of this, flood walls were built to keep the water in the channel and to prevent it from overflowing into the floodplain. Large areas of land, mainly around the meanders, are unsuitable for development and were developed into large, green open areas, walking routes and parks. The Köppen climate classification subtype for this climate is CFB. Demography. Omagh is classified as a large town settlement by the Northern Ireland Statistics and Research Agency. On census day there were 19,910 people living in Omagh. Of these, 24.8% were aged under 16 years and 14.9% were aged 60 and over, with an average age of 34.0 years. 48.9% of the population were male and 51.1% were female. 68.2% were from a Catholic background and 29.5% were from a Protestant background. 3.9% of people aged 16 to 74 were unemployed. 13.8% of people were born outside Northern Ireland. For more details see NI Neighbourhood Information Service. Population change. According to the World Gazette, the following reflects the census data for Omagh since 1981. 1981 to 14,627. 1991 to 17,280. 2000 to 18,031. 2001 to 19,910. 2010 to 22,834. Places of interest. Tourist attractions. The Ulster American Folk Park near Omagh includes the cottage where Thomas Mellon was born in 1813. Before emigrating to Pennsylvania, in the United States when he was 5, his son Andrew W. Mellon became Secretary of the U.S. Treasury. The park is an open-air museum that explores the journey made by the Irish to America during the 1800s. The park is famous for its large events during Easter, Christmas, 4th of July and Halloween. It also hosts a major bluegrass festival every year. Over 127,000 people visited the park in 2003. The Gawtine Glens Forest Park, 16 kilometers north of Omagh, is a large forest with many attractions, including a deer enclosure and many areas of natural beauty, including waterfalls, lakes, etc. Stroll Arts Centre, opened in 2007, is a good example of urban renewal in Omagh town centre, creating a modern civic building in a newly created public space reclaimed from the formerly disused area between the River Stroll and High Street. Parks. Omagh boasts over 20 playgrounds for children, and a large amount of green open area for all the public. The largest of these is the Grange Park, located near the town centre. Many areas around the meanders of the River Stroll have also been developed into open areas. Omagh Leisure Complex is a large public amenity near the Grange Park and is set in 11 hectares of landscaped grounds and features a leisure centre, boating pond, astroturf pitch and cycle paths. Retail. Omagh is the main retail centre for Tyrone, as well as the west of Ulster, due to its central location. In the period 2000 to 2003, over £80 million was invested in Omagh, and 60,960 square metres of new retail space was created. Shopping areas in Omagh include the Main Street Mall, Great Northern Road Retail Park and the Showgrounds Retail Park on Sedan Avenue in the town centre. Market Street. High Street is also a prominent shopping street, which includes popular high street stores such as DV8 and Primark. Transport. Former railways. Neither the town nor the district of Omagh has any railway service. The Irish Gauge 1600 mm Londonderry and Enniskillen Railway opened as far as Omagh on 3 September 1852 and was extended to Enniskillen in 1854. The Portadown, Dungannon and Omagh Junction Railway reached Omagh in 1861, completing the Portadown, Derry route that came to be informally called the Derry Road. The Great Northern Railway absorbed the PD&O in 1876 and the L&ER in 1883. The government of Northern Ireland made the GNR board close the Omagh-Enniskillen line in 1957. The Ulster Transport Authority took over the GNR's remaining lines in Northern Ireland in 1958. In accordance with the Benson report submitted to the Northern Ireland government in 1963, the IRUTA closed the Derry Road, through Omagh on 15 February 1965. Later the Omagh Throughpass Road was built on the disused trackbed though Omagh Railway Station. Bus services in Omagh are operated by Ulster Bus. The town has 7 bus corridors that run daily, which are the following: 384A Strathroy, 384B Killycloffer, 384C Tamla Road, 384D Culmore Park in O'Kane Park, 384E Tyrone and Fermanagh Hospital, 384F Mullamoy in Leesonelli Heights, 384G Digmoney and Coolnagard Estate. Proposed railways. There is a proposal for Omagh to become a rail hub again by 2050. This is a proposal to reopen the rail line to Belfast via Portadown and also a rail link between Derry and Limerick via Omagh. However, this is only a proposal in the planning stage, and no plan has been finalised as yet. A proposal to reopen the line between Portadown and Omagh was considered by the NI Department for Regional Development in their future railway investment, a consultation paper in early 2013. The proposal is not ranked as a high priority in the report for railway investment from 2015 to 2035. The report estimates that a link from Portadown to Omagh would cost around £475 million. Thought it admits that no detailed feasibility study has been carried out. There is plans to reopen railway lines in Northern Ireland, including the line from Portadown via Dungannon to Omagh. Road connections: A32, A5, A5, A4, A505. The Omagh Throughpass opened on 18 August 2006. Major developments: Leesonelli Shared Educational Campus. The Department for Education proposed a plan to build Omagh's 6 existing secondary schools at the former 190-acre St. Lucia Army Barracks, to form one large educational campus, with shared facilities, but with separate school buildings to enable each school to maintain their individual ethos. On the 22nd of April 2009, at the inaugural Leesonelli Shared Educational Campus Steering Group meeting held in Arverley School and Resource Centre, the Education Minister, Katrina Ruane, announced that funding had been allocated by the Department of Education and Strategic Investment Board Limited to be used to develop exemplar designs and associated technical work for a shared educational campus in Omagh. Work on the development began in October 2013, with the first school, Arverley School, and a proposed completion of 2019 has been put forward. The construction is said to be costing in excess of £120 million. Oasis Project Environment Minister Alex Attwood announced in April 2013 that planning was approved for the Omagh Accessible Shared Inclusive Space, a £4.5 million facelift for Omagh's riverbank. The development is wholly funded by the European Union. The project includes the construction of a new pedestrian bridge linked from Drummer Avenue car park to Old Market Place, a riverside walk, exercise areas, electronic information hub, artwork panels, games tables and fishing stands. It will also include the development of covered performance and stage area and a neutral civic space able to accommodate markets, concerts and general recreational activities, partially occupying lands at Drummer Avenue car park. Construction for the project began in March 2014, and is expected to last 12 months. The steel bow-arch foot and cycle bridge was put into place on 26 July 2014. Education. Omagh has a large variety of educational institutions at all levels. Omagh is also the headquarters of the Western Education and Library Board, which is located in Campsie House on the Hospital Road. Primary schools: Christ the King Primary School, Gibson Primary School, Gilly Primary School, Holy Family Primary School, Omagh County Primary School, Omagh Integrated Primary School, St Mary's Primary School, St Connor's Primary School, Gaelscoil na GC Ran Irish Language Primary School, Recarson Primary School, Arvely Grammar Secondary School, Christian Brothers Grammar School, Drumra Integrated College, Loretto Grammar School, Omagh, Omagh Academy, Omagh High School, Sacred Heart College. Colleges, universities: Omagh College of Further Education. Religious buildings. The following is a list of religious buildings in Omagh: Christ the King, Evangelical Presbyterian Church, Gilly Presbyterian Church, First Omagh Presbyterian, Independent Methodist, Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, Omagh Baptist, Omagh Community Church, Omagh Free Presbyterian Church, Omagh Gospel Hall, Omagh Methodist, Sacred Heart, St. Columba's, St. Mary's, The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Trinity Presbyterian Church. Media. Local newspapers and magazines: Omagh Today, Tyrone Advertiser, Tyrone Constitution, Tyrone Herald, Ulster Herald. Local radio: Q101.2 FM West, broadcast from Omagh. BBC Radio Ulster has a studio in the town. Community radio project Strawl FM broadcast for 4 weeks in December 2008. The station featured a mixture of local interest programming and music programming produced by local radio presenters, historians and Southwest College media, music students. The station received the Bronze Award for Community Radio at the 2009 Sony Radio Academy Awards. Internet to Omagh was one of the first areas in Northern Ireland, outside the Belfast commuter belt, to transfer to broadband internet. Prior to this, the only means for internet connection was through dial-up connections. In 2014, Omagh became one of only 7 Northern Irish towns to receive superfast 4G mobile data coverage from the E-network. Sport. Gaelic games, primarily Gaelic football, are the most popular sports in Omagh. The town has 2 Gaelic football clubs, Omagh Street, Enders, which plays its home games in Healy Park, and Drumra Sarsfields, which plays its home games at Clannabogan. Healy Park is the home of Tyrone GAA and the county's largest and main sports stadium, located on the Gortine Road, has a capacity nearing 25,000, and had the distinction of being the first Gaelic Games stadium in Ulster to have floodlights. The stadium now hosts the latter matches of the Tyrone Senior Football Championship, as well as Tyrone's home games, and other inter-county matches that require a neutral venue. Football. Omagh no longer has a top-flight local football team, since the demise of Omagh Town FC in 2005. Mountjoy United FC, however, plays in the Northern Ireland Intermediate League. Rugby. Omagh's rugby team, Omagh Academicals, is an amateur team, made up of primarily of local players. Cricket. Omagh Cavaliers Cricket Club, located in Omagh. People. Notable residents or people born in Omagh include Willie Anderson, Ireland Rugby Union International; Charles Beattie, auctioneer and briefly Member of Parliament; Jimmy Kennedy, Songwriters Hall of Fame inductee; Benedict Kiley, author; Kieran Maguire, artist; Linda Martin, musician; Patrick McAllinney, actor; Frankie McBride, country musician; Joe McMahon, All-Ireland winning Tyrone Gaelic footballer; Justin McMahon, All-Ireland winning Tyrone Gaelic footballer; Gerard McSorley, actor; Alice Milligan, Protestant nationalist poet; Sam Neill, Jurassic Park actor; Pat Sharkey, Ipswich Town FC, and Northern Irish football player in the 1970s. Ivan Sproul, current Northern Irish football international and Bristol City FC player. Juliet Turner, singer, songwriter. Artie McGlynn, international renowned guitarist. Gerald Grosvenor, 6th Duke of Westminster. Aaron McCormack, company CEO and one of the young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Brian Friel, playwright, was born in Killycloffer near Omagh. Aoife McArdle, film director. Philip Turbett, bassoonist, clarinetist and saxophonist. Janet Devlin, X Factor finalist 2011. Sean McDermott, American football manager and alumni of University of Liverpool Law School. Phil Taggart, BBC Radio 1 DJ.